이번 미션의 타겟은 알렉사 칼라일이라는 여성이고요. 사립탐정으로 변해서 한번 자살로 꾸며보도록 하겠습니다. 저기 사립탐정이 보이시죠?
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
어그로가 안 끌리네요. 큰일 났다.
Yes. Thumbs up, mate. Killer.
사립탐정으로 변장을 해주시고요.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
예,
If you
갑시다.
follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. Well, this is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside.
Hello, sir.
Oh, I could just cry.
Sir, if you want to get through, I'm gonna have
대충
to
스토리를 얘기하자면 이제 알렉사 칼라일이 죽은 척을 하고 장례식을 열기로 했는데 이게 다른 사람들한테 다 비밀로 해가지고 가족들도 다 깜놀한 거죠.
Thank you. Please
장례식 하러
proceed.
왔는데 근데 이제 그 상황에서 알렉사 칼라이 타겟의 남동생이 이제 자살로 죽었습니다. 이제 그 진상을 파악하기 위해 사립탐정을 부른 거죠.
And I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
이제 바로 그 남동생이 죽은 장소로 가게 됩니다.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body for...
히트맨 3부터 카메라로 뭐 하는 게 생겼어요.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
밤 10시경 죽었고 독살로 죽었다고 하네요.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
여기에 이제 또 비밀문 있죠.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
이제 뭐 용의자로 추정되는 가족들이나 이제 집사, 방금 만난 집사에 대해서 뭐 조사를 해야 되는데 뭐
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47?
범인은 이미 뭐
Means and opportunity.
정해져 있습니다.
May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first? That is the door to Mr.
이게 집사의 방입니다. 여기에 수첩이 있고요.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident.
이 집사방 보면 뭐 독살에 했던 이게 컵도 있고 다양한 증거가 있죠.
Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
이게 범인으로 지명할 수 있는 캐릭터가 3명 정도 있는데 뭐 저는 이게 자살로 꾸며야 되기 때문에 다른 증거를 한번 찾도록 하겠습니다.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
여기 보시면 불독 지팡이가 있거든요. 불독 지팡이를 들고 이쪽 도서관은 2층으로 가시면 이게 비밀문이 있습니다. 여기에 이제 편지가 있죠.
An old letter, 47. Never opened. Must have slid under the secret door nearly 46 years ago. It states that Alexa Carlyle's older brother, Montgomery, wanted Alexa to become the heir to the Carlyle empire instead of himself. Interesting. You're an excellent detective, 47. Uncovering truths half a century old. If you frame it correctly, I believe you could use the information to convince Madame Carlyle that Zachary committed suicide. Maybe you should ask Mr. Fernsby to see her. Or perhaps you feel like digging a bit more.
집사를 찾아야 되는데 집사가 어디 갔나 모르겠네. 이게 대충 내용이 알렉사 칼라일 이제 타겟이 46년 전에 그 자기 오빠를 죽였습니다. 자기가 이제 이 칼라일 가를 이어받기 위해서. 근데 알고 보니까 뭐 자기 오빠는 자기보다 이제 알렉사 칼라일이 이제 가문을 맡기를 원했죠. 그럼 뭐 그런데 그 죽여버렸으니까 그걸 이제 알게 됐네요. 편지를 통해서. 집사 일로 와.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
I think Patrick is giving you a really hard time.
이게 증거를 살펴보다 보면 그 자기가 죽인 오빠 있죠. 이제 오빠랑 관련된 사람들이 이제 집사랑 저 가족들이 있습니다. 예, 걔들이 이제 암살 시도를 해요. 또 나중에 보면 예, 주인공이 이제 포이즌 독을 만드는 기계를 수리하면 또 엠마라는 여성이 가만히 놔둬도 자기가 암살하거든요. 독살로. 뭐 그런 경우도 있는데 저는 가서 이제 네 남동생이 그냥 자살한 거다. 네, 그러한 이유 때문에 자살했다. 이걸로 한번 말해볼게요.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
마침 여기 와 있네요.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat, please. Go ahead.
Your brother committed suicide.
I need to see some evidence to believe that, Mr. Whitmer.
Zachary was found dead in a room locked from the inside. He died from a rare poisonous plant he cultivated himself. He believed you were dead, and a suicide note explained that he did not have the courage to go on without you.
That's what I don't buy. I cared for him deeply, but the truth is he hated my guts. My death would not make him commit suicide, I can promise you that.
Perhaps the death of your older brother, Montgomery, then. I have found evidence showing that you and Zachary killed him nearly 50 years ago. I believe that was when Zachary turned recluse. Your brother recently uncovered proof that your past deeds were for nothing. A letter from Montgomery stating that he wanted you, Madam Carlyle, to take over from your father instead of himself, as you were better suited to the job. Everything would have turned out the way you wanted, without anyone dying. What broke Zachary once, now destroyed him.
And you saw this letter?
I did.
Oh, Zachary. How royally I fucked up. Mr. Whitmer, I'm sorry. I just need to gather my thoughts. Right. The payment for your services. Have you decided on an amount?
얘 돈 달라고 해도 얘가 지금 돈이 한 개도 없어요. 의미 없고 케이스 파일
Arthur
필요한 걸
Edwards.
달라고 합니다.
You have a file on him.
Arthur Edwards. How do you... I see. Well played. For many, many years I feared what I'd see when I finally met death. And now you sit before me and I feel only peace. You see, I believe life is a fair fight, and I lost spectacularly in every way imaginable. It is time for me to leave the pit. Oh, before I get to that, your reward. The file you want is in the safe.
지금 아서 에드워드라는 애 파일을 달라고 했는데 그때 눈치를 까죠. 이게
A last wish from a
히트맨이 자기 앞에 있구나.
Get Edwards and make him suffer. So long. I need some privacy. Thank you.
이 알렉사 칼라일이 집안의 돈이 지금 제가 파일을 원했던 아서
Good work, 47.
에드워드한테 다
That's the
털렸어요.
file on Arthur Edwards secured.
그러니까 지금 그
Time to
눈치
take
까고
care of Madame Carlyle.
이렇게 뭐 고통스럽게 죽여달라 이 얘기죠. 예, 혼자 알아서 자살을 합니다.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
자살한 이유는 예, 자기 남동생이 자살을 했다고 제가 이게 믿게끔 만들어 놓은 거죠. 알고 보면 이제 집사가 독살을 시킨 건데 뭐 예전에 있었던 그런 일 때문이고 이 알렉사 칼라일 본인도 죽었다고 거짓말 했거든요. 그러니까 이제 남동생 입장에서는 지 여동생, 지 누나도 죽었고 그러니까 지도 뭐 그것 때문에 죽었다 이걸 뭐 믿게 하는 거죠. 그냥 빠져나가면 끝납니다. 이 맨션이 되게 커서 탐험하다 보면 재밌어요. 근데 의외로 이게 죽이는 방법이 좀 간단하죠. 뭐 다른 루트도 그렇고. 아까 말한 이제 아서 에드워즈가 이제 히트맨 조력자들을 공격하러 왔죠. 이게 뭐 이제 조력자 없이 플레이해야 됩니다.